Hi, this is Jane Orlov, and I wanted to share some crazy story with you today. I just came back from a 5-day stay in San Diego, and 3 of those full days were where I was at the Matt Lloyd's event, interviewing like crazy every speaker there were. And then I went to Irvine, California, to interview another friend of mine who was doing a keynote speaking at another event, which was for real estate. Actually, what I did is I flew from Seattle, where I live, to San Diego. And then what happened is that I took a rental car and I drove 2 hours to Irvine, California, and flew back from another airport to Seattle. So the funny thing is that how events happen, I wanted to share with you. So I'm standing on the airplane, and there's this guy behind me saying, smiling and talking to people, and so we started chatting. And so we're actually like boarding the plane already, and he says, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Well, I'm from Russia, Vladivostok." And he smiled, and he started making some jokes. So we go, and he sits in the first class on the airplane, and I go back onto my seat. So at the middle of the flight, I was sleeping. I was so tired after the interviews. In the middle of the flight, I wake up, and I go up to the first class, and I talk to him, and I say, "Michael, do you have a card? Do you have a business card?" He says, "No, I don't, but let me write it on the piece of paper, and I will wait for you outside when we land." So when we landed, he waited for me outside, and we started walking towards the baggage claim area, and we started talking. And he says, "Well, what?" And I asked him, "What do you do?" He says, "I do outsourcing. Our company is called." Oh, he didn't even mention the name of the company. And then I said, "Well," and he said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I do internet marketing. I do network marketing, and I'm coming from this conference where I interviewed this a whole bunch of millionaires." And he started talking to me, and his friends are like way bigger. And he started naming those friends, and so he gives me the information, his email, his phone number. The funniest thing is that I take the number and I go back home. I found him on Facebook. I friended him, and it turns out the funniest thing is that I purchased Ray Higdon's blog academy in June this year. Now it's October 1st. So a couple of months ago, I purchased Ray Higdon's blog academy, and in that product was included 40 hours of free virtual assistants. And back then I called to claim my 40 free hours, and at that time I didn't know what to outsource because I didn't have anything yet. Now I'm so busy with all the projects that I have, I'm ready to outsource. And it turns out that this guy that I met on the plane, Michael Hellickson, he is the CEO of that company. And when I clicked in June, when I clicked on that thing that was included as a bonus in my blog academy, I watched his video, and I scheduled an appointment, and I never got back to it. And I met him on the plane yesterday. How crazy is that? I mean, people in my life just started appearing, and he wants to talk to me about this project and that project, and I'm going to Fiji for the mastermind, and he says, "Well, we could do this and that and the other thing." And oh my gosh, I mean, isn't it crazy how universe aligns people that you meet? And I met him on the plane. I mean, I just wanted to share with you guys, when you believe that you're gonna be successful, things just start happening. I mean, and this is not the first video I'm making. I made the last video about Jeff, which I actually interviewed. That's why I actually went to Irvine. And now I met Michael. How crazy is that? Oh my gosh. Thank you. It has been Jane Orlov from janeorlov.com. And I wanted